Hi everyone. So today we'll be discussing on the topic greedy with the priority queue. Previously we had discussed on the topic greedy with sorting. Today we'll be discussing on the topic greedy with priority queue, right? So it's an algorithmic technique where we repeatedly make the best local choice using the priority queue. That's the only difference, right? So usually we used to sort and then we used to go with the earliest one. Yep. So to find the best actually, right? Usually for the counting purpose itself, right? So we were choosing only non-overlapping intervals, and usually we used to go with sort and get the earliest by the end time, right? So that's what we used to do. Now here, by making use of the priority queue, what we'll do, so we will, one second, we repeatedly make the best local choice using the priority queue to always access the most optimal solution here, right? So whether it may be minimum or the maximum efficiently, it works when local optimal decision lead to the global optimal solution. Yep, so this is fine. Next, let's move on with the algorithm explanation. First thing, we'll store the elements in the priority queue. As we are making use of the priority queue, quite obviously, we'll be storing all the elements in the priority queue or min heap or max heap. Usually we'll be going with a priority queue. A priority queue uses heap itself, right, in the Java. So at every step, we'll pick the best element, nothing but the elements that are present at the top of the heap or top of the priority queue. Yep. So this is fine. We'll process it and update if the queue is, we'll process it and update the queue if required. Yep. So then we'll repeat until the queue is empty or the condition is met. Until the condition is met actually, we'll be repeating the same things. Yep. Finally, we'll connect the ropes with a minimum cost, right? So we'll be going with a classic greedy plus priority queue approach. So mainly, mm, we are gonna write the algorithm for connecting the ropes with the minimum cost. So this one, don't get confused, connecting ropes with the minimum cost, the last sentence. So this one is nothing but the algorithm. We'll be writing the algorithm for connecting ropes with the minimum cost. So this is it for the algo, these four things actually. Yep. So these four steps. So this one is the algorithm that we'll be writing for, right? So by making use of the greedy as well as the priority queue. So the first step here would be, let's go with the simple example. So I'll just come here. One second. Just give me a second. Yep. So I'll just go with in ropes. Let me go with some elements. So these are the elements. I'll be going with 4, 3, 2 as well as 6. Next, let's go with a priority queue as discussed, right? Priority queue. Let me pass the integer within the angular brackets, right? So I'll just consider pq as the variable name. Let's create priority queue. Yep. So this is fine. Now, this is just the minimum priority queue to always get the smallest rope first. As we are going with the, or as we are writing the algorithm to connect the ropes with minimum cost, right? So we are considering minimum priority queue or min heap here. Next, we have to insert all the ropes into the heap. For that, let me write the for loop. So this one will be int r of ropes, this one. So within the for loop, I'll just go with pq dot add of r. This is fine. So now after the for loop, so we have to store the final minimum cost. So that I'll do with the total cost. Let me initialize this one to 0. Next, let's go with the smallest rope and let's go with the second smallest rope. So for this one, I'll just go with the first equals pq dot poll. This is fine. And sorry, and also, what did I misspell this one? One second. Let me go with one more, nothing but second here, right? So we have to go with the smallest rope and the second smallest rope, right? So I'll just go with second equals same thing, pq dot poll. So poll, what it does actually, it removes the element from the front, right? So we're making use of the poll operation that is provided by the priority queue. This is fine. Now let's go with the cost to connect this one ropes actually. So I can just try it in this way. Let me make use of the variable cost here. I'll just sum up both first plus second. Yep, so this is fine. Next we have to add to total cost. For that one, I'll be making use of the total cost equals total cost plus cost. Yep, it's fine. Finally, what am I gonna do? I'll just go with the priority queue variable pq dot add. What we have to add to the priority queue? Nothing but cost. We have to add the cost. Why this is screaming here? The value cost assigned to total cost is never used. So this one, oh, I haven't written the while loop at all, man. Completely ignored this one, I believe. In total cost equals 0, fine. So let me do one thing. So we have to go with the standard, this one, while loop for the priority queue, right? So I'll just go with pq dot size here. Yep, if it is greater than 1. So I'll just go with, uh, 1 second. Yeah, let me go with one more this thing. So let me format the code so this looks good. So yeah, now the error should be gone. Yeah, this is fine, man. Yep. So we are left with only one thing, nothing but we have to print the result. That let me do here. I'll just go with sout system out println of let me pass the total cost. So let me format the code so that this looks good, man. Yep. So this is it for the algorithm. Yep. It's very simple, man. Yeah. So now, I believe we do not have any typos or the errors. So this is fine. Before running the code, let's dry run the code so that we get to know whatever the code that we have written is correct or not. And also we get to know the output for the example that we have considered within the code for this one, 4326 actually. Yep. So, and later we can come back here and run the code that we have written. Let's dry run the code first. Let's do it. So let's move on with the dry run part. So we are considering the example 4, 3, 2 as well as the 6, right? So within the array. So or the priority queue actually. I'll just go with 4, 3, 2, 6. Yep. So minimum, as we are going with the minimum heap, so the minimum element will be first actually 4, 2, 3. So this one will be 2, 3, 4 as well as 6, right? 2, 3, 4 as well as 6. So this is fine. This is it for the mm, uh, this is nothing but the min heap or the minimum priority queue. So this part, and this is the example that we have considered, initial drops. Right. So the step one is we are going with a poll. Within the example, we are going with a poll. First dot poll as well as the second dot poll we have went with, right? So poll, two elements we are polling, right? We are removing actually. Here in this case, we have to consider first two elements, nothing but 2 and 3 in the minimum priority queue or heap. So the cost will be 2 plus 3, nothing but it would lead to 5. Yep. So the total cost would lead to 5 itself. So now the heap consists of, we have removed this one and we are adding the cost to the queue, priority queue. So this becomes 4 and 5 comes between 4 and 6 actually, right? So 5 is nothing but the cost. So now the heap contains the elements 4, 5 as well as 6. Yep. Next what we'll do, next again, we'll continue with the step 2. Here poll would be 4 and 5 as we are considering first two elements every time. So we'll poll 4 and 5. Yep. So the cost would be 4 plus 5, nothing but cost would lead to 9. Yeah, cost would lead to 9. Total cost would be this one cost plus previous this one total cost, nothing but 9 plus 5, that would lead to 14. Yeah, that would lead to 14. So now the heap consists of 6 as well as 9, right? So this one we have removed actually. 6 we have in the priority queue and 9 is the cost that we are adding to the priority queue. 6 and 9 we have in the heap now or the priority queue. Now again we'll consider first two elements. This time we have only two elements. We'll consider them directly, 6 and 9. Now the cost becomes 6 plus 9, nothing but 15 here. 6 plus 9, nothing but 15. Total cost would lead to 15 plus previous cost, right? Previous total cost, nothing but 14. 15 plus 14 leads to 29, right? 29. Now heap consists of only one element, nothing but here in this case it consists of 15 only. Yeah, it consists of only 15, this part. Yep. So now heap consists of only 15. We cannot move with the further things, right? So because we need two elements to process as per the code that we have written, we need two elements to poll actually or to process. So we'll stop here. We will stop. once we have only one element in the priority queue, will stop, or the heap will stop, right? So the final output that we got here is we are returning the total cost. You can just look at the code actually. The total cost is nothing but 29. So the final output that we are displaying is nothing but 29. So this is the output that we need to get accordingly with the code that we have written, right? So 29 is the output that we need to get, right? So we have discussed the algorithm, we have written the code. Yep, we have written the code. Then we have just now we have tried on the code as well, right? So we are left with only two things. One is running the code that we have written, and if everything goes well and if we get the desired output, we have to what do we call? We have to discuss the complexities for the code that we have written. Yep. First, let's run the code that we have written. Let's do that. So we have come to the coding part. So let me run the code that we have written. Yep. So yeah, you can clearly see here the output that we are getting is 29, right? So we had just tried on the code. We had got the same output. So here we are getting the desired output. So whatever the code that we have written is absolutely correct, right? So now let's do one thing. We are left with only one thing, nothing but discussing the complexities for the code that we have written, right? Let's do that. One second. So what will be the time complexity and the space complexity here? The time complexity for the code that we have written would lead to big O of n log n, right? So due to the heap insertions as well as the removals, it would lead to big O of n log n. Yep. So what would be the space complexity here? Space complexity would lead to big O of n. So the time complexity would lead to big O of n log n because due to the heap insertions and the removals, and space complexity you would have already guessed. It would lead to big O of n because of the priority queue. Priority queue stores all the elements, right? So due to that, this one space complexity would lead to big O of n. The time complexity and the space complexity for the code that we have written would lead to big O of n log n and big O of n respectively. So we are done with the greedy with priority queue algorithm, and this is going to be the last algorithm and the greedy based algorithms playlist. We are done with greedy based algorithms. Yeah, we are done with greedy based algorithms. Right, next, what we'll be doing, we'll be hopping into the this one searching and sorting based algorithms. Yep, searching and sorting based algorithms, and we will be starting with a binary search algorithm, which is one of the well-known algorithms, right? So when it comes to searching, so binary search, ternary search, and upper bound, lower bound. Yep, modified binary search, a search on answer. These are some of the very well-known algorithms that we have to know at any cost. When it comes to sorting, we'll be going with the merge sort, quick sort, counting sort, radix sort, as well as the inversion count. Yep. So this is fine, I believe. For now, this is it. Thanks for watching, guys.